What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about keywords to search to find cheap off-market properties, okay? These are all properties that can be found on particular websites, but you have to identify the keywords. Now, this list is not called the same thing in every state. In fact, in Texas, it might be called a struck off list. In North Carolina, it could be called a surplus list. I've done a video in the past. I'll link it below in the description of other keywords, but this is an additional list of keywords that you can search that may hit the target of your area, okay? So I'll kind of jump right in. We're going to talk about Florida for a second. So Florida identifies their surplus properties that did not sell at auction, as lands available. So lands available is here. So you can see it says the clerk's office does not advertise list of lands available on Craigslist or any other classified website. So this is where you come in. I'm looking right now at the county of, and I'm gonna try to say this right, Alachua County. Hopefully I said that right. If not, I apologize. I did try to pronounce it right via Google help me before recording, so I can kind of get it close enough, but I'm assuming it's Alachua County. I don't invest in this area, so I do not know the pronunciation of the county. However, they have list of lands available. Now, if you search this in your particular county in Florida or a county that you're interested in investing in, this will pull up. So list of lands. Now, again, what is list of lands? List of lands is surplus property that did not sell at auction. So it goes through a process, and if other investors deem that these properties were not fit for them, for whatever reason, they kind of just don't sell, which is why you should do your due diligence, because you have to ask yourself, why didn't these properties sell at auction? Is there something wrong with it? Is there red flags that I should be concerned about that other investors knew about, I just didn't know about? So doing your due diligence is very important, and I do teach that in my course. Guys, the course will be available May 2nd. May 2nd through May 5th, the course will be available, and it will be on sale, 50% off. All of the stuff that I've mentioned in this video, as far as like what I'm teaching, due diligence, if it's a deal or not, will be in the course, okay? It's going to be an excellent course. I'm excited about it. You guys are excited about it. You're telling me you're excited about it, and that gets me even more pumped up. And I just keep typing every time you guys like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, I got to put this in there. It's very detail oriented. It will break down step by step. It's for beginners. So if you are an investor and you don't need this information, this course will not be for you. It is for beginners, okay? So, Alachua County. And what you do is you basically just click, let me scroll down so you can see, in the event that you're in this county. You click here. It says, for current list of lands property information, please visit Real ITDM. I've noticed that Florida uses this programming a lot. So I'm assuming that this is not new for folks in Florida who like to invest. But if you come here, I have noticed though that the website actually loads a little slow, which that's fine. But come to list of lands, and then you can search it from there. So that's this particular county. I want to bring up another county in Florida. It's Taylor County, Florida. So list available for taxes. So these are not list available, excuse me, lands available for taxes. So this is a property. It's only one, but of course, like I tell everybody in these counties, make sure you check back. This may be one now, others may pop up later. And keep this in mind too, smaller counties typically, not all the time, but typically don't have as many of these properties, whether it be auction properties or surplus properties. But the bigger counties who have tons and tons, in my head, Miami-Dade comes in my mind as a really robust county. They have a lot of different tax auctions. I've already looked at the tax auction list for that. Well, they do tax lien certificates, but yeah. So keep that in mind. Smaller counties really don't have as many, and I'm not even sure if Taylor County is a small county or not. However, on their website now, they only have one property, okay? So list of lands available or lands available. Search that in Google, and it'll pull you up some cool, insightful things you can look into. But of course, I always stress, do your due diligence, okay? The next thing I wanted to mention is Indiana. So I'll be sharing this in my course as well. It's an actual direct site to show you where or how much these properties sold for on this particular website. So this site is pretty interesting because it tells you what these properties sold for, and you can see it sold for $2, $3. Looks like the land only. Let me scroll back up a little bit. So you can see these properties sold for, this appears to be a home, right? You can kind of see it may be a house. I don't know. So for $2,200. In a minute, or after I finish recording, I'm gonna actually click on that one. I'm curious what it looks like. Yeah, I'll click on that. I'll see what it looks like later. But this particular website kind of goes over what's sold. And by the way, this is a commissioner's sale, okay? So commissioner's sale is typically in Indiana. Commissioner sales are properties that did not sell at auction. And what I like about commissioner sales is that it seems pretty upfront. Indiana goes through a process just like most states do. However, it's a pretty straightforward process and you can really get a good deal, but you have to kind of know what you're doing as far as due diligence is concerned and make sure you are thorough with your search, because you don't want to buy something that is not, it doesn't fit your criteria, which is a good tip. Make sure you have a criteria. Make sure you know exactly what you're trying to look for. Are you looking for land? Are you looking for a home? What is your budget? All of those things you should take into account when you are looking at this website, okay, or these websites. Another county I want to kind of discuss in Indiana is Hamilton County, Indiana. And now I know it says 2024 up here. This is just an example. I want to show you behind the scenes of what is going on. So you can see that they have the actual owner's name and they have the winning bid, right? So you can see the minimum bid looks like it's right here, and then the actual winning bid. So this minimum bid was $7,206.31. And the winning bid looks or appears to be $118,000. Now, scrolling down or going down, you can see this was, okay, so this was a starting bid and this was the ending bid, the winning bid. So it looks like it was only one person that bid on the property, okay? Wow, okay. This one was up to $5,000. Now, you have to find out what the actual property looks like just from this list. I think I'm an advocate of looking at what's sold because you can get an idea. First of all, you can learn a lot about the county. You can get more insight into the lay of the land, basically meaning you know exactly what these properties sold for, so you can kind of see, oh, okay, I can potentially get a good deal in this price range, right? So it just gives you more insight, and I really like to look at this list, what's sold. All right, so that's Hamilton County, Indiana. But again, what you're searching in Google is commissioner sale, and it'll pull you up to the county that you're looking for. The next word I want you to search in the search engine of Google, or wherever search engine you use, is repository list. Now, repository list is what did not sell at auction, okay? In every state, by the way, every state, and sometimes it varies county by county, but every state has their own rules. So you need to identify, first of all, what state or county you're interested in, and also what are the rules for that county or state. So I really enjoyed this list. Here's where the nerd in me comes out a little bit. I really enjoy lists like this because I love it when it's organized for me. I don't want to have to figure out, is it land or is it property? I like this. So this is Delaware County, Pennsylvania, okay? And they say GRD is ground, just ground, no structure. And of course, you already know on these lists, they're sold as is because more than likely, 99.999% of the time you get a quitclaim deed. I'll discuss that in my course as well. But you see, it says GRD. So it's saying the ground, just the ground, no structure. So it's pretty much telling you that it's only land. So if you're not interested in land and you look at this list real quickly and say, oh, they don't have any properties for sale that I'm interested in. Like this one it doesn't have GRD. So some of them don't. So it's up to you to kind of go through that list and stay organized and make sure you get a good deal, okay? That's the end of my video. I really wanted you to see 3 different states that I talked about. I talked about Florida, I talked about Indiana, and I talked about Pennsylvania. Repository list for Pennsylvania, for Florida, lands available list, and for Indiana commissioners list, all right? If you made this far in the video, thank you, first of all. And in the comment section, just write off market. That allows me to know you made it this far in the video, and I truly do appreciate you guys. The course is coming up very, very soon. I'm so excited. Next week, I'll actually be on a cruise. So if you see me on a cruise, say, what's up, Kay? How you doing? I'll speak back. But I will be putting out content next week as well. It doesn't take that long for me to upload and kind of go from there. But thank you so much, guys. Have a blessed day. Peace.